Welcome back to Celebrity Radio. It's Alex Belfield talking to some of my favourite people and some of the UK's biggest and most wonderful legends. I think the last time I saw you, William Roache, was at the Ken Dodd gig at the Palladium. We were there together.
Oh gosh, were you at that? Yeah. I actually appeared at the Palladium on that show. It was wonderful. I was thrilled a bit because that's a different type of business, the comedy. And I was just in awe of everybody there. It was lovely.
You see, there aren't many legends left, and we talk about Ken Dodd, he's certainly one, and then we look at this soap, and you are one. You do know that, and that people really love you, don't you?
Well, it's lovely to hear that, and thank you very much, but it really, to me, it's a here and now that matters. Sometimes a legend is gone and dead and finished. So I don't want to be that sort of legend. But it's lovely to hear you say that, and thank you. But yeah, it's the here and now, which is seen at my age, to have a big story that's going to go on and get bigger and bigger. I'm just thrilled to bits.
I guess in this soap, you turn up at the script table and you find out on the day whether they're going to write you in or out, and you can't be in all the time. It's sort of sharing it amongst people. Do you get a tingle still when you find out that you're going to be centre attraction for the next few weeks or months?
Absolutely, but it happens when the producer calls you up, and of course we've got Kate, who was a new producer, and she called me in and talked about these stories, and then she said, you're going to have a stroke, so paranoia sets in instantly. So my first question is, do I get better? And then it goes on about what was happening. I was more than thrilled. I was really excited. I felt rejuvenated, and I loved Coronation Street, always have, but I've mainly been trailing around behind Tracy and the two children for the last couple of years. So it's lovely to be centred to, it's not just a major story, it's an organic process which has got 3 other people with tremendous problems that are going to go off like hand grenades, and yet Ken is in a position where he's not to have any stress, which is brilliant, considering you just had a stroke. So it's lovely. No, I am. You're absolutely right. Thrilled to bits.
Do you wonder sometimes why you deserved Katie and Chris as your children in the soap? Of course, I'm talking about their characters, because you're such a nice man in the show. You're such an intelligent man, and you've got these 2 children who cause you nothing but grief.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. I mean, Tracy is a murdering psychopath, and Chris is a bigamist alcoholic who lies all the time. So, yeah, well, however, Tracy is not my genes. She's my adopted daughter. You could say on the one side, yes, why does he deserve this? But on the other side, as an actor in an ongoing drama, I couldn't have anything better. I get the great stories, so yeah, I'm happy with it. And he always tries to see the good, and he's always hoping he'll get a glimmer of good out of Tracy and Peter and these other 2, one child, one grandson that come in. It's also made the Barlows male. We've become a strong male family with a lot of infighting. And I did a scene where they're all round the bed, and I really felt this sense of family, instead of just being me and Tracy and 2 children. And it's very exciting, very exciting. Yeah, I'm very fortunate.
It's interesting you say about the male influence now. The last time we spoke, you just lost Blanche in the show, and of course Deirdre's gone since. The dynamic has changed in that front room.
Yeah, the dynamic has changed unbelievably. From when Maggie and Deirdre were there, they really dominated, and they were beautiful and great to work with. And for 35 years or so, and then Blanche, of course, was just amazing. So yeah, the dynamic. Then it went into just me ticking over with Tracy and the 2 children, and suddenly, totally unexpected, and Kate, the new producer's done this, and I'm so grateful to her and thrilled to bits. Big, strong 4 males in the family, all with terrible problems, so good stuff.
I wonder how the building has changed, because of course we last spoke in that little tiny pokey dressing room at Granada, and now you're at Media City. Did anything change in the show? Because for us viewers, really, we didn't notice.
No, it did change, because it was the beginning of the 21st century when we moved, and I felt this is it. It's like we've never really aged or looked like we're teetering and getting too old and going to fall off the perch, but it did need something. And the move to this new location with a studio built just for it, and it's very different now, because in the old building you'd meet people who weren't Coronation Street, they were doing other things. Now, on site, everybody, whatever they are Coronation Street. And there is a new dynamic about it, which was very exciting. So I found that an exciting and stimulating thing. It's also my journey is better from home, by the by, which helped. So yeah, that was very exciting. And now on top of it, this new story is all coming up. It's like starting all over again. It's wonderful.
And may I say, Ken's not looking so well in the last episode I saw, but you look tremendous. I mean, I say this every time. It is remarkable. I mean, what is it? Lotions, potions, gym, Pilates? What is it?
I think it's basically the genes, so long as you don't abuse them too much. I'm just fortunate, and I have a nice philosophy of life. I believe life goes on and all that, and I meditate, so I get peaceful, and I don't suffer the stress that Ken suffers, and I think that's a lot to do with it.
And then we look at you moving forward with this. We've got to be careful what we say, but he is going to get better.
Yes, he does get better. Apparently, when the expert came, I asked about this. The stroke can be really severe. Some people get over it in a matter of days. Some in weeks, some in months, some not at all. So it was really left pretty much to us. But Ken does get better, I'll tell you that.
And do you worry about that sort of thing as you get older and they start writing these lines in? I mean, you don't want to be predicting the future, do we?
Absolutely, you don't. You don't want to be drawing things to you. There is a way of protecting yourself as well. But as an actor, it's great. You enjoy. And I was just saying, the stroke was instantaneous, so there's no acting there. You just drop like a stone. But I had worked out how I was going to do the speaking, and you don't act the infirmity, you act trying to speak through the infirmity. So I decided if I bit my tongue like that and then try to talk through it, and she said, the stroke said, that's brilliant, that looks perfect. So that's how I did it. And then I removed the tongue and then just took it out of the corner of my mouth, but always a bit slower and a bit quieter, a bit like Marlon Brando I'm accused of. It's how it is. The voice gets quieter and you're slower, and you do tend to sort of demonstrate a bit more, because that's what one of the directors said. Oh God, Bill, you sound like Marlon Brando. I thought, is that good or is that bad? I don't know, but it's how I came to do it for real. So there we are.
And we've got new characters coming in. I'm trying to get my head round who they are and what they are, because it is pretty confusing, isn't it?
It's funny you should say that, because when I was told, I had to get my head around it too. One of them is my illegitimate son with the hairdresser Denise. And he is Daniel.
He's been around the houses, Ken, hasn't he?
Oh, Ken's got a few lurking around there, maybe more, I don't know. But there was this one, he has been referred to from time to time. He did go and visit. So this is what's so exciting. Can I talk about him? Yeah, he is a mini-me. They took a photograph of me when they were casting, and when he comes, he's a university graduate in English literature, which is what Ken was. So he's the first one in the family who's going to have an affinity with Ken like that. But of course, he will have problems, he will have a hand grenade. The other one, even more interestingly, is the son of my daughter by Mike Baldwin, my arch enemy. So he's in the Baldwin camp, so he's bringing that bit of history back in as well. So that makes it all the more, and those two boys it'll all come out. It's all very interesting that the history comes up and hits you on the back of the head.
How many bedrooms are there in your house? Because there can't be anybody else moving in, surely.
There was one time when we had about 6 people. I thought, what happens in the bathroom and who's sleeping with who? There's only 2 bedrooms upstairs, but there is a downstairs room that Blanche had, so I suppose you've got 3 bedrooms. Someone can use the couch, but the bathroom routine must be very interesting.
Am I taking this too seriously? I don't know.
No, absolutely not. I often think about that.
Our first chat we did was about your book, which was a huge success. Are you going to write any more of them? Because it was really interesting to get your philosophy on life.
Yes. I don't know whether I'll write more. I meditate and I do work on things like peace and everything for the world. Maybe not another book. I don't know. I'll never say no, but it's hard work writing a book, really hard work.
But it can help people. I listened to that interview only a couple of days ago, and it's very interesting what you talk about, and how we find peace in ourselves is one thing I think we all struggle with, especially in this iPhone world where we're all busy doing everything. Have you found peace now? Have you found the cure to life, if you like, where you can be happy and sane and normal? And you've always seemed to have that.
Yeah, I've got that. And anybody can get that. It's an inward journey. And people ask for proof of happiness. You resonate with it because we know everything, and when you hear the truth, if people will go for the truth instead of beliefs are the big problem. People believe this, believe that, and do all sorts of things. If everyone just searched for the truth, that's all I do. I don't have any religion, any cult. I just want the truth. Now, if you set off on that journey, you will get help, and it's wonderful.
And I guess through your darkest times, whether it be grief or anything, that's where you'll get the hope.
Eventually, everything is wonderful. I can tell you that. Everybody, whatever you're doing, whatever's happening, eventually all is well. And in the end, all is well. And if it isn't the end.
I admire you on two levels. One, professionally, I think you're a stunning actor, and what you bring to Coronation Street we need to keep, and you and the Ritas, we just love you very much. But also on a human level, I think the way that you conduct yourself and how you get through what you do is remarkable. Congratulations on everything.
Well, that's very kind of you, and I must say, throw the compliment back. I think you're a very good interviewer, and you're very vital, and I'm not surprised you do very well, and I think you'll do even better.
Very kind. William Roache, tune in. It's going to get a bit sad, but hopefully it'll get better. Will we have a happy Christmas? Probably not.
No, absolutely not. No, it's our job to make everybody else's Christmas look good.
Don't toss a turkey over the table again. It's going to get very embarrassing.
Yeah.
Great to talk to you.
Lovely. No, nice talking to you. Well done.